This is question 41 from section 1 of the 2016 TSA paper. In this question we're asked which option, if true, most strengthens the above argument. So let's look at the argument. It's only two sentences, but I've split the sentences up because they're quite involved. The first says, high street stores should not be able to sell financial products because consumers should not be misled into buying products they may not need by staff who do not understand what they are selling. So I split it into three parts. It's saying high street stores shouldn't be able to sell financial products because of two reasons. And consumers shouldn't be misled into buying things they don't need, and the staff may not understand what they're selling. And then the second sentence says the products require an understanding of financial services, and few high street stores have staff who can explain them to buyers. Okay, so now let's have a look at the structure of the argument, find a conclusion, and see what would most strengthen this argument. Okay, so here I've just written down the parts of the first sentence actually. The very first part says high street stores should not do something, and then the whole of the rest of the argument seems to be supporting that. So it looks like this is the conclusion, it's a should statement, it's based on everything else. And it's based on the reasons customers shouldn't be misled and staff may not understand what they're selling. And the whole of the second sentence, which said that understanding financial products requires understanding financial services and most stores don't have the staff to do that, that's just supporting this reason that the staff may not understand what they're selling. So these are my reasons and this is my conclusion. So now let's look at the options. So here are my 5 options, and each of them will see which part of the argument they're relevant to and whether they strengthen, weaken or are neutral towards the argument. So let's start with A. A says, many high street stores have missold financial products in the past. They've been fined for mis-selling them. So this actually directly supports the conclusion, because if the stores have been mis-selling things to the extent that they're fined for it, that's a reason for them not to be able to sell them anymore. So that means this is already something that directly strengthens the conclusion. But let's just check all the other options to see if anything potentially strengthens the conclusion even more. So B says many stores incentivize customers to get store cards. By store cards, it actually means a kind of credit card. So this is a financial product. So it looks relevant to the argument, but it's not saying that customers are being misled or that they don't need the cards. It doesn't say anything about that. It doesn't say anything about whether the staff understand what they're selling. And it doesn't directly strengthen or weaken the conclusion, because this may or may not be a beneficial financial product. It doesn't say anything about that, so this is just neutral. C says that the consumers get full terms and conditions for the financial products they buy. So this actually weakens this reason, because if consumers are getting terms and conditions, then it's slightly less likely that they'll be misled. They could still be misled, but it's still weakening this reason. D says that many people don't understand the products they buy, but they still benefit from them. So this is to a certain extent weakening this first reason again. Because if people can still benefit from products, even if they're misled, then it's slightly less important that they're not misled. Although it does still leave open the option that people shouldn't be misled into buying other products. E says that most people don't read terms and conditions for products and services they sign up to. So this is actually slightly strengthening both of these two reasons. So the consumers and the staff might not understand the terms and conditions. So it is strengthening the reasons, but it's not directly strengthening the conclusion in the same way that A does. Because A is giving us a direct reason why people shouldn't sell financial products, because they've been mis-selling them in the past. So that means A is still what most strengthens the argument, and so our answer here is A.